Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. I'm Ashley. I wanted to do a quick connection spreads between divine masculines and divine feminines who are not in union right now, just to kind of see where they're at. I will do a more in-depth spread on Patreon, so if you guys want to join me there, you can. But I'm just going to do a quick video here today to see where whoever I'm tuning in for, the divine masculine and divine feminine energies within their connection. So, as always, guys, I am an intuitive channeler, so I don't read reversals unless Spirit calls me to. I also they're already giving me messages, so sorry guys. I also, these are meant to be timeless, so whenever Divine brings it to you, then you're meant to see this spread. Sorry guys, this is our first. I made a bunch of new spreads that I'm going to try out on the channel. And if you guys want any of this personally, I do have options for just for personal oracle readings on Patreon. So, I create new spreads all the time. And I don't just do connection spreads, I do spreads for like your zodiac sign, weekly and monthly energies, and as well as energies, you know, it's part of my mission to empower both divine masculines and divine feminines, not only in a connection, but individually as well. So, we're going to get the divine masculine energies, like his current energies right now. So we have the World. Ooh, so he's in a good place right now. He's in a place where he's co-creating with Spirit. In the weekly spreads that I saw, that I posted on Patreon already for this week, I saw that the divine masculine is ending a journey, starting a new one. So it looks like that one's going to be really creative and profitable for him, or abundant for him. I'm going to get the divine feminine energies. And we have the Sun card. She's also in a very illuminated, happy place. The Sun card is like the happiest card of the tarot deck. So she's feeling good with having, you know, being in that bright, positive place. And he's feeling good being in that creative, abundant place for himself. Let's see what we got going on for emotional struggles for the masculine for this week. We have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is it's a card of leaving. It's a card of leaving a situation. So whatever's happening in the divine masculine's life right now, he's leaving a situation that no longer serves him, so that he can be in this this worldly energies. And some of my guides are saying that some of you, he hasn't left yet, but he's in the process of leaving. He's in the process of separating himself, whether it's a karmic situation, a work situation, a family situation. He's in the process, or he is leaving this week. So, yeah, let's see what he's got going on for his struggles in his physical world. So he's got some struggles with that celebration and that solid foundation this week. So that could indicate that he is leaving some of these family situations or karmic situations. They're also saying that it's one of those things that he is in that co-creative space with the World card, with being abundant in that co-creativeness, but having bringing that into physicality is something he's also, like, the section of the divine masculines are struggling with this week. So bringing it into physicality instead of it just being in kind of in the thought process of it. So some are having struggles with actually leaving situations, and others are having struggles with bringing situations into physicality. And then we have, where is his mental struggles this week? All right, so we have the Two of Wands, and this is all about co-creating with Spirit. So and having that creativity. So he might be getting into, like, triggered into his ego this week. So as long as he can kind of keep that emotional balance, or and I say he, not because, you know, just because it's how I intuitively channel, but divine masculine can be a female as well. So the divine masculine is just having trouble with that co-creative spirit, and it's all about balance. You know, it's balanced within the divine and feminine, and divine masculine within themselves. The divine masculine and the divine feminine both have that yin and yang energy, so I mean, we all do. So it's just about balance this week for him, and then he can be able to move from whatever situation he's trying to move from with integrity, is what they're telling me, and then build that solid foundation, bring that co-creativeness into physicality. Let's get into the divine feminine's energies. So we have her, where's her emotional struggles this week? Ooh, we have the Empress card. So she's struggling with that, you know, new beginnings, creativeness. You know, Empress is also like the divine feminine, like the highest divine feminine of the tarot deck. So she's having some struggles being within her power this week as well. And, you know, it's not a surprise. Sometimes, you know, we get ebbs and flows when it comes to our divine feminine powers, as well as divine masculines with their divine masculine power. So divine feminines, you guys are having a little trouble being in your power this week. Remember that you are the most powerful being in your existence, and you will be in that bright, positive, sunny space. The next card is your physical struggles this week. This is the King of Pentacles. I can't quite see on my phone what it is, but I figured it was King of Pentacles. You're having a bit of King of Pentacles is the guy with the Midas touch. So you're having a bit of struggles with bringing in financial abundance to your physicality this month or this week, which is understandable. Sometimes, again, things ebb and flow. Sometimes we're abundant in finances, and sometimes we're not. What my guides are saying is to have patience and have faith. They're showing me the Three of Wands card, where it's that lady or the guy standing looking out into the river or the ocean, whatever it is, and waiting for their ships to come in. So divine feminines, don't despair. It's coming to you. It's just going to take a little bit more time than this week. For your mental struggles this week, we have the Page of Wands. And this guy, the Page of Wands is a bit impulsive, because Wands is fire energy, it's spirit energy, but he's also very inquisitive. He's very, he's a seeker of knowledge. Pages are a seeker of knowledge. So it's okay to be a student sometimes. We don't all we're not all the masters of anything, you know. Very few things in life do we really master at any age that we're at. So be that student and be okay to open yourself up to mastery this week, and just knowledge this week. You know, having that little bit of extra knowledge will help out. I'm gonna do some karma energies. So what karma is affecting the divine masculine this week? We have the Knight of Cups. This is the Knight of Cups is, you know, he's one of those guys. He's not quite the King of Cups, so he doesn't quite have all of his emotions in check, especially with this leaving and having struggles with co-creating, having struggles bringing things into physicality. He can get a bit upset, or divine masculines, you can get a bit upset this week. And just remember to have a bit of patience. He's one of the two knights. Two of the knights are fast moving, and the other two are very methodical. So the Knight of Cups is one of those methodical knights. He knows that you know, he doesn't quite have that balance yet, but he knows that that's what he needs to achieve so that he can get to the king space. So don't fret. You'll get there. Some karma energies for the divine feminine is the Six of Wands. This is the card of being, you know, being exalted, being seen for your achievements, being being recognized for all that you are and all that you can give to the world. And here's the thing, Divine Feminines, I'm one myself. It's hard sometimes to accept that recognition, to receive that recognition. But with all the love and gifts that you give out into the world, it is okay to receive it back to you. And it really starts with yourself. If we can love ourselves 100% and give ourselves that self-worth, then we can receive it from other people. So maybe it's just a matter of a little bit more healing on the self-care, self-worth, self-love side this week, so that we're open to receive all the blessings that this Sun card is going to bring in for you. So let's get some present energies for energies that are affecting our Divine Masculine in the energies that are influencing our Divine Masculine in the present. So, as our outside energies, we have the, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry, I couldn't think of that Roman numeral for a second. We have the 9 of Cups. This is a guy, you know, he's satisfied. He's ending a journey. He's, this is the last, you know, stone before completion of a journey. So I think that maybe, like, my guides are telling me that some of the Divine Masculines are looking back on the journey that they just completed in starting a new one, and kind of holding on a little bit because it was really good and abundant. But here's the thing, even if we have journeys that are good and abundant and positive and great for us, we are meant to move forward. We're meant to keep on going forward in journeys and on paths. We're meant to keep on doing it time and time again. It gets a little irritating at times, but you know, the only constant thing in life is change. Things change, and we walk a different step of the path or a different path entirely. So it's okay to look at the past and be like, that was great, that was super abundant, that was super positive, it brought me great things and great lessons. But take that attitude, Divine Masculines, and put it into your next venture. For the feminine, we have influences on her present energies. We have the 5 of Wands. This is a conflict card. So here's the thing, guys, I say this all the time. Conflict doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be negative. So it's really all about how you treat it. So if you want, conflict is around us all the time, and if you sink down into those lower vibrations that everybody else is in that struggle with, then it's going to be a bad conflict. But there's ways to validate people, there's ways to talk to people and agree to disagree. There's plenty of online resources about that, but it's really, here's the thing, guys, conflict is not something to fear. And I know as Divine Feminines, it's a hard thing to get through sometimes. It's a hard thing to get into the space of accepting that conflict, because a lot of times we just want to run from it. But it's okay. Conflict is okay sometimes. Don't let your ego tell you like all these stories of what may happen based on past experiences. You know, let yourself go in with as much peace and harmony as you can, and just no expectations. They're saying no expectations. Drop your expectations, good or bad, about the conflict, and see if there's anything you can learn. Be that Page of Wands this week. See if there's anything that you can learn out of it. And you know, it might not give you the best feeling at the end of it, but it might teach you something in your life, in a way to look at conflict and deal with conflict in the future. So we have some guidance going on this week. For the Divine Masculine, we have, reclaim your art. This goes really well with that, the World card and the struggle with the co-creating with Spirit this week. Reclaim your art, Divine Masculines. Again, it doesn't have to be, art is in the eye of the beholder. So it could be you cooking a meal, or you building something, or you working on like a car or motorcycle. Art is in the eye of the beholder. So it doesn't have to be actual pieces of art this week. It could also be just the way that you want to have a conversation with somebody. They're telling me about speech. It might just be that you want to learn how to articulate yourself a little better. So yeah, don't be shy about bringing in what art means to you this week. For the Divine Feminine, I'm going to do mid-deck. All right, so we have just laugh. Divine Feminines, it's hard sometimes for us to walk this, but it's hard for anybody to walk a spiritual path. But sometimes we just have to laugh. I know this morning I was kind of coming out of a little bit of a lower energy, and I just put comedians on YouTube, and I just laughed my butt off for like an hour, and then I was like, cool, I'm ready to start my day, because if I had started my day just, I would have been grumpy, it would have been awful, and it just wouldn't have worked out. So especially when it comes to these connections, guys, it doesn't matter if you're divine masculine or divine feminine, you pull your other part to you when you raise your energy. It's inertia, it's magnetism. So when you raise by inertia, they have to raise. And when you guys are in a space that is healthy for both of you guys to meet, and you've cleared your karma, you guys magnetize each other. So it's really a game of how far can I raise myself until we meet, and then when you're together, it's how far can we raise together. So I'm going to pull a possible outcome card, and they're telling me to do the half of the mid deck. All right, so we have the Four of Air. Possible outcome this week, guys. And just take it, I mean, it's nothing to be concerned about when we have outcome cards. It's just this week. It looks like the Four of Air is the Four of Swords, and it's a bit of cutting energy. And the fours are always a foundational card. So here's the thing. Four of Air is about rest and relaxation. And if you put that into your foundation, if you put that into your self-care, especially divine feminines, it looks like we have a few issues again with the Empress this week. If you put that in your self-care, self-love routine, in relax, rest, you can better co-create with yourself and spirit, and better be in those positive energies. So don't look at the Four of Air as a bad sign. We didn't get any like sun cards or world cards or star cards to say that there was a union this week, but if not, that's okay. If we do have a union this week for somebody out there, that's fantastic. But right now, it just seems like you guys are on a path separately of rest and relaxation, so that you can co-create your highest self this week. And that is fantastic, because again, if you guys keep on raising yourselves up, there's a point where you guys, you're starting at the bottom of the mountain, you're raising yourself up so much that there's a point where you get to that peak and you guys meet. So it looks like it's going to be a good week, even though it doesn't look like it's going to be much of a coming together this week. But if you do have a coming together, put it in comments. That's fantastic. But yeah, rest and relax. Divine Feminines, remember your power, and remember that not everything is bad. Be a student. Remember to receive and to work on that self-love and self-worth this week, and then to laugh. A good way to put yourself in those modes and to be able to work on yourself is positivity and laughter. Divine Masculines, you have the world at your feet this week. You just need to not only rest and relax, but reclaim the part of your art that whatever art means to you. Let go of your step in the path and move on to the next. Have a bit of patience, and build a strong foundation for yourself. So I will see you guys hopefully soon. Again, I'm going to do a more in-depth spread on Patreon, so find me there for that. I will see you guys later. Thank you. Bye.